Hello everyone. I'd like to share my latest project, which is Bloom, and I have two. I was going to do two videos, but they're too similar, so I'll go through one, and the second one I'll go quickly just to throw the difference, especially with the botanical book pages. And it measures 4 inches wide, 8 inches high, 1¼ inch spine. The closure is seam binding. There's 4 hand-stitched signatures for a total of 168 pages. I used as a digital the Booksmith Shop, the Wildflower Journal pages. Other than that, from Musings by Nikki, I have botanical definition cards, the field record card, tickets by Ilopa, and the scrapbook paper collection is by My Mind's Eye called Bloom. And here is a wood laser cut frame that I painted with a little bit of collage in the middle. There's glare. And so there's the first signature. A lot of botanical pages. Here is a vintage postcard. There's the ledger paper. Botanical book. This is from Edith Holden agenda, from a French agenda, and it opens up here. Here I have a it's from a plant study book dated 1876, and this one is it's an original, and it's for the common mallow. And I found from the mallow family, from a little botanical book that I have. The middle of the first signature is an envelope that I altered. This is fussy cutting from an Edith Holden book. And here is a top-loading envelope with a journaling card from Edith Holden. There's a tea stain paper. There's a lot of journaling paper. The other side of that French agenda. Here is a floating pocket. I attached a little bauble here. In here there's some definition cards, some tickets. It's a time card from my Etsy shop that I folded over, did some fussy cutting here. And here is from a vintage linen, and in here I have some vintage receipts. And that opens up, so that's the first signature. The second signature, here's a vintage flinch card, the journaling tag. Here is from I put it at the bottom, it's a 1948 agenda page. This is from a 1933 agenda book. And here is it's a forest administration book from France, where they would auction off pieces of land to cut wood, and they would even give an idea of here there's 127 oak trees, how they were identified by the surveyor. And the auction, it was estimated at 2,230, and it sold for 1,200 if I read it right. It's a very interesting book. As the province of New Brunswick, it's it's one of our resources, forestry. Here is a vintage calling card in a little envelope dated 1929. It's a copy. I don't think I could get rid of the original because I just love it. It's so sweet. And that's from that Slim Ledger book. Here's a vintage photo of a lady. The middle of the second signature is a an envelope that I deconstructed. Just a sec. This is a fussy cutting. Here I made a couple of little side tucks. This is from a vintage calling card. There's tickets. This is a vintage wallpaper that I backed on paper to journal. Here is from a vintage botanical book, Flowering Woodland, and this is a fussy cut that I did from that book. A tag that I made. I've seen this on Pinterest and I always like to wanted to do it, so it's just bits and pieces from the papers that I've used in this journal sewn on this tag. And the third signature, a lot of botanicals. This is first I made a journaling card. This is from a vintage wallpaper border that I backed on paper to make a journaling card. This is an authentic invoice dated 1910 from Portland, Maine. Here's a little greeting card that opens up, and I squished my little tag. So this this pink two-part price tag is from my Etsy shop, and I just punched a little tag out of wallpaper, and inside here there's a journaling card. I'll fix that up later. I'm sliding all over the place here. Just a sec. There. This is from an old French school book. It's a type of graph paper. The middle of the third signature is this envelope that I altered, and I hinged it to put this this item here. And inside this envelope, this is fussy cutting, and inside here is a writing paper that goes with the envelope. And this is the other side. And with that is some business cards. There's 2 here. It's perforated in the middle here. So there's a total of 4 business cards, journaling cards to match this envelope here. The other side of that little French school book. Here is vintage wallpaper. I made a pocket, and inside the pocket is a little notepad. Here I just did a little bit of collaging of a label and wings, and just different types of paper to create this little notepad. And the 4th signature. Here's that folder, and in here I have 5 stamps of birds. Here there's 5 stamps of butterflies, and in here there's 5 stamps of different flowers. This I saw on Instagram. I think I wish I knew who I saw it from, but I still can't find it. Who made it? The idea. The middle of the 4th signature is a regular greeting card envelope that I did some fussy cutting, some collage, a journaling card, and here I hinged it to this type of handmade paper with some little floral elements, and in here is another plant study book that I have. This is an original page from it, and it's dated 1892. And here's from a vintage botanical book, and it shows the different stamen petals, fruits, and fructifications. I'm not sure I said that right. So it's an interesting little journal. Lots of room for journaling. And here in the back I made a side pocket with that vintage wallpaper border. Here is a cash transfer, vintage cash transfer, and just some leftover bits for journaling. So this is, I'll call that one Bloom number 1. And the second one is exactly the same, like I said, except for the botanical pages. The postcard is different. This Edith Holden agenda page is different. Here's a butterfly, and it's pretty much, this is different here. This Edith Holden page is different. And let's get over here. That's pretty much the same. See, this page is different. That one there. And, the lady's picture is different. That one there is different. Try to do this quickly. This is all the same. All the same. Oh, except for this is different. That one there. Lots of butterflies. Oops. So I have these on reserve. I have a client who wants one of them, and if she chooses whichever she chooses, if she chooses one or the other, the second one will be up for sale in my Etsy shop. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.